This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boys Commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boys Commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boys Commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that the right order?
Hi, I'm Chris Binney and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and share button below.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cannon, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? It's Thursday evening, and you guys know what happens on Thursday. It's the Thursday Night Live on Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the place to be. Make sure you drink yourself some tea with me. Nothing later than E. Okay, I'm done now in terms of that aspect. Mikel Antonio on the score sheet. West Ham United 2, AZ Alkmaar 1. What does that mean? That means if West Ham United can avoid defeat in the Netherlands next week, it means that West Ham United will be in the final of the UEFA Europa Conference League. A Jamaican in the final of the UEFA Europa Conference League, and Mikel Antonio, a Jamaican international, 2 wins away from a European trophy. Can you believe that? Yeah, That's something to get very excited about, isn't it? John Paul says, "Up, Simon." Hey, John, how are you? Hope you are doing good. All is well. Mr. Galaxy says, "Antonio, Antonio, 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 Antonio." Yep, you can hear those songs around the London Stadium today. It's about midnight, a little after midnight in London, and you can imagine fans are still trying to find their way. Well, Westfield is not too far from the London Stadium, but that's closed right now. If you have to take the tube, tough. Traffic, tough. But it will be some party in East London tonight. I can tell you that for sure. 2 victories to go. 2 victories to go for West Ham United to qualify for, well, to win the UEFA Europa Conference League. And in a sense, 2 victories away from qualifying for next season's Europa League. That's right, the winner of the UEFA Europa Conference League qualifies for next season's UEFA Europa League. So what would that mean? That would mean 3 straight seasons of European football for West Ham United. That's right, West Ham United. Let me remind you guys of where exactly we're coming from this angle in particular. Because remember, last season, the 2021-2022 season, West Ham United went to the semi-finals of the UEFA Europa League, right? And this is not the first time they're playing European football at the London Stadium as well. No, not at all. They've played European football before that as well. European football has, for West Ham United, it might not be Champions League, but they have played European football. And we can go back to the Europa League where they went to the playoff round in the 2016-2017 season. This was the first season they played at the London Stadium. They got by Dumjali in the 3rd qualifying round. And in the playoff round, it was a Romanian club in Astra Gurugru that eliminated them. But European football has been with them. Even when they were at the Bowl-In, the last season at the Bowl-In, they were in the 3rd Europa League, 3rd round of that competition. But yeah, the Bowl-In, it's no longer what it is today. Yeah. It was demolished in 2016. But we press forward. And that's what we do. West Ham United are in the London Stadium. And now we move on to another piece of topic. Timur Peterkin says, "Up, Simon. Hey, how are you?" Andrew55 says, "Big up." Everybody doing okay? If you guys haven't already, I encourage you to hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. All right, guys? Would really appreciate that very much so from every single one of you. Okay? So hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button. Okay? Much appreciated. So with that being said now, let's have a discussion now in relation to the Gold Cup. Now, many of you would have seen Angus Eve, the Trinidad and Tobago head coach, and the TTFA's press conference that they had. Sean Fuentes, the media officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, and Angus Eve were there at the press conference. And the point that he was making in particular was what was brought out recently by CONCACAF. And that's in relation to how you plan and prepare prior to the Gold Cup itself. So basically what the situation is that a month before the Gold Cup, no team can have a friendly match in the city or state where they have the match. So for example, Jamaica and their group stage games in the competition will be in Chicago, St. Louis, and Santa Clara. The quarterfinals potentially in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, semi-final in San Diego, and the final in Inglewood. So that means that Jamaica would not be able to have friendly matches in those cities. So that is where it stands in relation to when it comes to the planning and preparation for friendly matches. And this goes across all the board for all teams that are participating in terms of ensuring when they're putting the necessary planning and preparation together that it can't be within a city where you have your game at the Gold Cup. So, and I guess you can understand, I mean, yes, playing a game in Chicago, it certainly would have helped Jamaica prior to the USA game. We're getting to know Soldier Field, we're getting to know the conditions where we are. It would have made a difference. I agree. It certainly would have positively impacted because you get a feel of things, because not many players that played in the Copa America would have played or part of this squad. Andre Blake and Taxi perhaps are the members that were part of Copa America Centenario, where Jamaica played at the Soldier Field in Chicago in 2016 against Venezuela, will most likely be individuals that we know that will be back for this game against the United States in the Gold Cup. So from that sort of angle, you could say that you take it, but it is what it is. Congratulations to Lembikis on his new journey with the Saver. With the Saver. Not sure where you're going with that one, but congratulations to Tyler Roberts for getting a new contract. Dexter Lembikisa for his growth within the Wolverhampton team. And he's also in line for an award as well. Amari Hutchinson, we're also proud of him. Delano Splat, we're proud of him. Dante Casanova as well. Also proud of his progress as well. Proud of Jamali Waite, who played the biggest game of his life in March at the Azteca. So, for me, that's fantastic. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much for pointing out that information. My baptism day was March 1, 2015. So that was 8 years, 2 months, and 10 days ago. That was my baptism day. Do you guys remember your baptism day? Looking forward to hear what you guys have to say there. But yeah, proud of him in terms of putting God first place in his life. And it's said in the scriptures as well, Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33, keep kingdom interests first and everything else will be added to you. So if you put spiritual matters first, everything else will be added to you. And there's also another scripture that can be able to pen down this point, and it's in relation to God feeds the birds. And we should think, aren't we worth more than these birds? So we should never feel anxious or have anxiety that we won't be provided for, we won't be cared for, And for me, my favorite scripture is Psalms chapter 37 and verse 4, which basically says, take exquisite delight in Jehovah and he will grant you the desires of the heart. So from that sort of angle, it tells you everything, that if you continue to do what is right and pleasing in God's eyes, then everything else will work out. I got on Instagram as well, there's this video as well, and I had to meditate on it. It spoke about, if it's meant for you, then it will be for you. That's basically what I saw. And I'm sure you guys would agree with that sort of message as well. If it's meant for you, then it will be for you. Do you guys agree with that? Well, looking forward to that. Yeah. I got baptized. Wayne Carnegie says, I got baptized in 2015. Interesting. Very interesting, 2015. Mine was at Marley Mount in Old Harbour. That's where my baptism took place. You guys remember where you took place? BM says, I got baptized the same day Jamaica played Croatia at the World Cup 98. Can't forget. Really? I remember that day was a Sunday, and Jamaica's game was what, a 1 o'clock game or a 3 o'clock game that day? Huh. But that's interesting because Jamaica-Croatia game was a Sunday, right? The Jamaica-Argentina game was a Saturday, and the Jamaica-Japan game was a Friday, right? Just putting the pieces to the puzzle there. Basic Galaxy, you can't remember, and you're in your 20s. Okay, all right, I understand. Maybe your parents will know. I'm sure your parents would know the day, the hour, the second, the location. If it was Anguilla, if it was Jamaica, if it was Canada, if it was the United States, yeah, I'm sure your parents would know that quite vividly. But yeah, I'm sure you guys know as well that I Am Sure Sports Manning's man, Omar Stennett, he's a pastor. Not many people know, but I'm a ministerial servant. Not many people know that as well. So at least twice a week, I am giving encouragement to the congregation that I'm in, and how we can apply Bible examples into modern day as well. So that's perhaps a little tidbit that you guys didn't know about me as well. So from time to time, I even go to other congregations as well to give discourses as well. So that's just a little tidbit about me as well. So yeah, it's something that I've done for the last, I think my first public talk was 2019, August, September 2019. That was my first one. And since then, I've given public talks all across Jamaica, even Puerto Rico during the pandemic as well, So yeah, it's been a journey from that standpoint. Lee Young says, a big up, Simon. Big up, Lee. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So that day in June 98 was bittersweet because we lost 3-0 to Croatia. I remember it was a Sunday, but I can't remember what time the match started. When the match started, was it at 3 o'clock kickoff Jamaica time? Because Jamaica scored on the stroke of halftime, and many people were like, yes, we can go to our place of worship now, Donovan Kirkhout says, May 16, 2023, I can't wait. Okay, interesting. Wayne Carnegie says, excellent, Simon. Yes. Yes, Shamar Hall, very much so. Brandon and I have been in contact for some time, and his father actually came on the island to sort out the dynamics of things and to ensure that things could be sped up in that sort of process. Brandon is enthusiastic, Brandon is highly motivated, and Brandon is a good lad. You can see that Jamaica is in his heart, very much so. And Brandon is very passionate about Jamaica, very much so. He's even saying, okay, John Russell is my competition. Okay, how do I learn from him? How do I learn my craft from him? So that's how motivated, Brandon is. Pristine says, you are a witness. I don't know if that was a question or a statement, but yes. Yes, indeed. So we'll meet on a Tuesday evening, and we'll also meet on Sundays as well. So can you give a talk in my congregation? It depends. Which congregation is that? Who knows? I might be in your congregation soon. But yes, I do quite a lot of public discourses in congregations in central Jamaica. I've also done some in western Jamaica as well, some in Manchester as well, in that part of the world. I've also, like I said, I've given public talks, Puerto Rico, Clarendon, St. Catherine, Kingston. I've given public talks everywhere, and there's even a discussion to give one in Hanover as well. So, but yeah, just a little information about me. So if you guys, just to let you guys know, in terms of the Theocratic Ministry Training School, that basically helped me in terms of my extemporaneous delivery so that I can be able to speak and project to you all without having a piece of paper in front of me or just reading from a script. Because if you hear the way that I'm speaking right now, it sounds like I'm having a conversation with you, right? I mean, yes, I went to university and I also received training in relation to presentation as well. But the Theocratic Ministry School was so crucial, I would say, because it helped you to have extemporaneous delivery. And extemporaneous delivery is basically involving you delivering without looking at a piece of paper and then having your head up every 5 seconds. This is you speaking from right here. So I have to give a lot of credit, to be quite frank with you, with the congregation in the Theocratic Ministry School to be able to do that in particular. You're in New York. Okay. Well, simply what you can do is tell the elders in your congregation and we'll make it happen. All right. Tell the elders we'll make it happen. And I'm sure you'll pick me up from JFK. Yeah. But that's good. Very nice. New York is a good place. Very good place. So for those of you that tuned in quite late to this video, let me give a recap of things. Firstly, we want to say that we're very proud of Mikel Antonio to be able to get that 2-1 victory for West Ham United against Azad Alkmaar. He scored the winner in the 75th minute for West Ham United. And what that means now is that West Ham United will now go to Azad Alkmaar in the second leg, which is next week, Thursday. All right, so that is what we can bear in mind from that sort of angle and perspective. In relation to the Gold Cup now, I'm sure you guys would have seen that presser from the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association with Sean Fuentes and also Angus Eve. They spoke about the situation of the having friendly matches prior to the Gold Cup. And basically, as we know, Jamaica's group stage games at the Gold Cup will be in Chicago, will be in St. Louis, and will also be in Santa Clara. Basically, what that means is that Jamaica can't have friendly matches in those places before the Gold Cup. Understandably so, because these are areas that you want to have freshly minted for the Gold Cup in particular. Do I think that this impacts Jamaica? No, not at all. There are so many different places in this world where friendlies can be kept, so it's not something that I'm worried about. It's just a piece of information so that you guys are kept abreast of things and are able to understand how all of this sorts of pans out. All right, so hopefully that gave you a bit of insight into things. And just a reminder for your guys as well, if you guys haven't already, I encourage you, welcome aboard. Good evening. Hit the like button, and after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, hit the like button, and after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, go right ahead and do that. We'd really appreciate it. We're this close to 16, 17,000 subscribers. Yes, so go right ahead. I'm waiting for you guys. Waiting for you, waiting for you, waiting for you. Please hit the like button. Waiting for you guys. All right. Go right ahead and do it. And I look forward to hearing and seeing more from you guys in the chat as well. You guys know that there's a super chat feature as well, so you guys can stay a little bit more informed in proceedings if you want to have a comment or show your support to the channel, because as you guys are aware, it takes time, energy, and strength to be able to put all the content and to ensure that the information I give you is credible. Now, remember, I was the one that told you guys that Jamaica will not play Chile, Jamaica will not play Brazil, Jamaica will not play Argentina right now. Will not. You might see other people talk about it, but Jamaica will not play these three teams, okay? If you want, you can clip this up if you want. You can clip up this part, record it. Simon Preston is telling you that Jamaica will not face Brazil, Argentina, or Chile in this period of time before the Gold Cup. Okay? Jamaica will not face any of those three teams before the Gold Cup. After, I hope so, because winning the Gold Cup will draw a lot of exposure and opportunities. Of course, I would love Jamaica to play Argentina, Brazil, and Chile. That would be fantastic. I'm just saying that it's not going to happen before the Gold Cup, but it will happen soon. And I've touched on briefly the changes that lie ahead for the 2025 edition of the Gold Cup. But I tell you what, we'll get there when that time comes. All right? So when that time comes, we will get there so that we can be able to hone that a little bit better on things. Okay? So, yes, Jamaica will have friendlies before the why we can't play them? When Jamaica is not barred from playing South American countries or CONMEBOL countries, Jamaica is not barred from them. So to answer your question, there is no can't play South American countries. So Jamaica is not barred from playing any country. Even North Korea, if Jamaica wanted to have a friendly against North Korea, Jamaica can arrange it. The only thing is that to be able to watch the game, Jamaicans outside of North Korea wouldn't be able to watch the game until the day after the game. So the only persons that would know the game result and how it went are persons that are in North Korea. But persons would know the results or how the team played until the day after the game. So hopefully that sort of pins you down on thing. But there's no can't. Jamaica can play any team in the world they want. If Jamaica wants a friendly, even against Greenland, it can be arranged. You know, so it's not that Jamaica is barred from playing any team in the world. A game against Greenland would be compelling when you bear in mind that Greenland are putting in a bid towards becoming a CONCACAF member, you know. So I think that they're trying their utmost to make this a reality. They had officially applied, so we'll see how that goes. And of course, remember that Saint-Pierre and Miquelon are also putting pieces together so that they can be part of CONCACAF. They first had to develop a suitable playing venue, and this is something that is being done. But you know, COVID sort of set back the sort of preparation for this aspect of things so that you guys are aware of things. But this is where we are at this point. So progress forward. The teams that Jamaica will play before the Gold Cup will be revealed in due course. But Jamaica will have 2 friendlies before the Gold Cup for sure. For sure. 1 or 2, for sure. For sure. Lansley Blake says, checking in, big up Reggae Boys, commentary family. How are you doing, Lansley Blake? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, the information in relation to who Jamaica will play, you guys will get information on that in due course. Remember that when we're doing anything in life, when a contract is being drawn up for you, when you are at a fast food restaurant and waiting for your food, the food has to be prepared. If you're waiting for your contract, HR and the general secretary, manager have to put pen to paper to ensure all of these things are put together. So just like when you're arranging friendly matches as well, it is a process as well that involves to ensure that all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted to ensure that this is a friendly and it goes and it meets FIFA requirements as well. Eddie Guna, how are you doing, sir? I hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Great to be able to communicate with you as well. All right, guys. And you guys know Eddie Guna does some great work on Eddie Vision channel as well. Eddie, for me, honestly, I love the montage. I honestly love the montage. I just feel when it starts, it's just very loud when it starts. That's the only thing. But apart from that, the content is great. I like the background music when you talk. The only thing for me is that when the video just starts, it gets loud for that 3-4 seconds. But I said, amazing content that you do. So keep up the great work, all right? Yeah, Eddie does some good work, guys, in terms of giving information. Very much so. May Pen Clarendon in the show, says Sherman Scott. May Pen Clarendon, okay. 45 minutes from Kingston, an hour, depending on where you're coming from. Go on the highway. Yeah, that seems like about right. In time, you will be able to say, here we go. In time. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Yeah, man. But yeah, seriously, guys, Eddie Vision also gives great information. And one thing about Eddie, guys, he also double checks his sources and also provides background information to support his points, which is incredible, which is very good. Commendable. Demshire Wilson says, big up, Simon. Hey, how are you doing? All is well? How are you doing? Good. Glad to hear that you were doing okay. So just to recap for those of you that were just tuned in, I encourage you guys to hit the like button. And after you hit the like button, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. All right, guys? Looking forward to hearing and seeing from you guys as well. Now, with all of that being said now, guys, I want to repeat what I said for those that missed in relation to the Gold Cup. Now, the imperative thing here is that Jamaica wouldn't be able to play a friendly in Chicago or in St. Louis or in Santa Clara or in Cincinnati or in San Diego or Inglewood before the Gold Cup, which is okay. It's a very, very big world out there with a lot of different venues to look at, okay? Jabit says, a big up, Simon, of respect. Thursday live, give me members. Thursday live, give me members of COVID. Thursday live gave you members of COVID? Okay. Yeah, I understand what you mean. When international camp will score. That's a good question because, we have some national players that are involved not only in playoffs, but also involved in Major League Soccer commitments as well. So you can expect early June thereabouts because a couple of them will need some rest at the end of their long, hard seasons. So bearing in mind that there's going to be a situation where you have Adrian Mariappa, Amari Bell, and John Russell involved in the playoffs, Championship League 1 and League 2 playoffs. And tomorrow we send our well wishes to Darren Moore and Sheffield Wednesday, and also to Johnson Clark Harris and Peterborough United as well. So we look forward to that. Okay? We'll look forward to that. we have a group of teams who always play Saudi Arabia, Peru, USA, Serbia. Our friendly games are always the same. Maybe something different this time. No, Rob Smith. It's not Peru. So here's the situation now, right? You mentioned Saudi Arabia. Jamaica's played Saudi Arabia 98, 99, 2017, 2020. Jamaica's played Peru 2010, 2017. Yeah, and 2022. USA, Jamaica has had friendly against USA's for many, many years. Jamaica hasn't played Serbia that often, 2021 and 2014, so that's the situation there. A Division, stop it. Upson, Neville Muir from Chicago, checking in, things are going good. Hey, how are you doing? Uncle All as well? Hope you're doing well, Sir Neville Muir. Everybody make sure to big up Mr. Muir. In the chat, he is going to be ensuring that the entire city of Chicago is painted yellow for the game against the United States. He's going to be ensuring that the entire Chicago will be yellow for the game against the United States. As I've told you guys as well, a lot of people looking at 309 as a section for where Jamaicans would sit in that game against the United States, section 309 for the Jamaicans that live within Chicago and Illinois specifically. So that's something that you guys can be able to bear in mind as well. So, yeah. Relationships, I guess everybody's definition of a relationship can be quite loose, but there are other countries that we have played more than those countries in particular. So I remember those days when we played Trinidad like almost every year, So we've had that sort of situation take place, Those are things that have happened in the past, But in due time, the information in relation to the upcoming friendlies will be revealed, okay? So don't worry, guys. Just like when you have food on the stove and you're cooking, you have to make sure that it is seasoned and cooked to perfection. If you put something on the stove and just take it off, it's not going to taste good, isn't it? That's why you have to wait until the right time to be able to share things. You have to make sure everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay? So that's the situation there. Bless up Simon says Tuffy Roddy. Can you imagine it was 20 years ago that we played Brazil, 2003? Wow. Wow. That was something. That was some day. Wow. Brazil won, Jamaica 0 in Leicester, the same stadium where the Reggae Girls defeated Sheffield United. It was a good game that day, at BM. It was a good game, and Donovan Ricketts kept us in the game, did very well, It was quite a game. I'm sure the game in 1998, people were quite pleased about that because we held the World Cup champions to a draw. How many teams can say that they held the World Cup champions to a draw? There's only one team in the entire world. Ooh, let's do a trivia. All right, guys, let's do a trivia. Who is the only team in the world that has never lost to Brazil? Who is the only team in international football that has never lost to Brazil? Yeah, it was a wonderful strike, wasn't it? Very wonderful strike. So guys, let me know in the comments, who is the only team in international football that has never lost to Brazil? Let's hear what you guys have to say. It should be an interesting one. And just to let you know, this team has played Brazil 4 times. This team has played Brazil 4 times. Four times. It's not France, but you're warm. The 12th man, that was your Oxford who were trying to live by. Yeah, for sure. Nope. It's not France. Sorry, it's not France. France has actually lost to Brazil before in international football. But it is a European team, so let's see what you guys have to say, you know? It's not France. Nope. And it's not Turkey. Remember, Brazil actually defeated Turkey twice in the 2002 World Cup. 2-1 in the group stages and 1-0 in the semifinals. Well done, Nick Jr. Norway is the only team in international football that has never lost to Brazil. They've won twice and drawn twice against the Brazilians. Norway beat Brazil at the World Cup in 98, beat Brazil in a friendly in 97 4-2, and drew 1-1 in 1988 and 2006. The answer is Norway. The only team. Yeah. Did you and Halftime TV have to answer this? No. This question was not in the quiz. I just figured that I would make a quiz and give you guys, you know? So that you guys can be aware of things. You know? No, not Germany, but Lyndon Stanislas, you're right, Norway. Okay. Very good football knowledge to Nick Jr. and to Lyndon Stanislas. Okay. Let's do another one. What is Jamaica's biggest win in international football? And this is the scoreline. What is Jamaica's biggest win in international football? I'm not asking for the opponent. I'm just saying the scoreline. Was it 3-0? Was it 4-0? Was it 5-0? What is Jamaica's biggest win in international football? Just the scoreline. It doesn't have to be the opponent. You're so close. So close. Let me see if I can give you guys a hint. It took place at the National Stadium on the same day that I turned 11 years old, something like that. Lee Young says 12. Very good. November 24, 2004, Luton Shelton scored 4 goals on his international debut as Jamaica defeated St. Martin 12-0. Simon, are you impressed by my football knowledge? You should hire me. You're very knowledgeable, BM. BM, Trent Boring, very knowledgeable. I know that was 12-0. Jamaica defeated St. Martin, the French side. So 12-0. Well done, Lee. Well done, DJ Sean as well. Well done, guys. Good work. Rossano Taylor. Good work. Okay. See if I can give you a hard question. Jamaica's first goal at the World Cup was scored by Robbie Earle. Jamaica's first goal at the Women's World Cup was scored by Havana Salon. But where was she born? Let's see if you guys can answer that question. Where was Havana Salon born without using Google? I see you, BM. Don't go on Google. I see you, Mr. Galaxy. No Google. No Google. That's because Anguilla's never played them. And she was not born in Cuba. Her father was, but she was not. And she was not born in the United Kingdom. Although you are close to where she was born, well, technically. Very close, Andrew Chambers. And ding, 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 ding. Jason Guna used Google to find the answer to that question. Yep, that is right. Havana Salon was born in British Hong Kong in February 1993. Yep, that is right. Can you imagine? Born in Hong Kong to a Jamaican mom, a Cuban dad, and grew up in the United States. Hong Kong. Yeah. Born in Hong Kong. You don't see that every day. You don't see that every day at all. Born in Hong Kong. That's something, isn't it? Very much so. Hong Kong, yeah. I was not using Google. I know that off the top of my head. Come on, Jason. You know better than that. You know much better than that. Much better than that. Much better than that. Much better. Okay. We've had Jamaican football players played for Reggae Boys who were born in the United States, Canada, Jamaica, and England. Name another country where a reggae boy was born in. Politicians will say otherwise. It's just not easy at all, no. So I've had I have Jamaican internationals that have represented the reggae boys who were born in Canada, the United States, Jamaica, and England. Name another country where a Jamaican international has been born in. Name the country. The starting 11 where Jamaica beat the USA. That's 2012. Okay. Dwayne Miller, Adrian Mariappa, Nyron Nosworthy. Left back would have been Demar Phillips. Right back would have been Lovell Palmer. You have Rudolph Austin, Jason Morrison, Kevin Bryan, Ryan Johnson, Luton Shelton. Yep. That's what I would say in terms of that day in particular. Javon Watson came on late on and basically piled Hercules Gomez. You guys remember that? Yeah, he piled Hercules Gomez. That was something, I tell you. That was something, I tell you. And of course, Germany is correct. Daniel Gordon. Haka didn't start that game, No. Haka actually, yeah, you're right. Haka did start that game. That's true. He did start the game. That we won. Joel Grant came on. Who were the subs that game? That day at Joel Senior, Omar Cummings, and Darren Mattox. Where is Jamaica's first? Where is she? Huh? Germany? Yeah, you did actually. I was doing Kingston that Friday night when my first beat. Yeah. I remember that day. That was a special day. That is true. Back in the 90s, 94, somewhere in that time frame. But yeah, it happened. I've tested him in person. He's that good. He knows a lot out of his head. It's true. She's right. She's right, Jason. Yeah. You're behind. Okay. All right, the starting 11 when Jamaica took on Chile and won 2-1. Ryan Thompson in net. Jermaine Taylor and Adrian Mariappa at central defense. Taxi left back. Haka right back. You had Michael Hector in defensive midfield in that game. You had Gareth McCleary. You had Deva Orgill. You had Clayton Donaldson. You have Giles Barnes. So it was a very, very, important game from that sort of angle. You know what I mean? So special day when you're bearing in mind what we were able to go on and do that day in particular. You know what I'm saying? So it was key. Beating Chile, world number 3 at the time. You know what I'm saying? That was just quite a special day. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments here. What about the Mexico draw in the group stage of 2017? Good question. All right. Andre Blake, Alvis Powell, Damon Lowe, Jermaine Taylor, Kemar Taxi Lawrence, O'Neill Fisher, Michael Binns, Kevin Lambert, Javon Watson, Darren Mattox, Corey Burke. So that should be it. Next question. I remember the stadium was silent when they scored super early. Yeah, 35 seconds, 38 seconds. Yeah, man. Jason liked to draw me out sometimes, you know. And Joel Grant and Dawkins jerseys. Yeah. Your memory is good, Lee. It was a good header, too. And what turned out was Simon Dawkins picked up an injury and Joel Grant took his place within the squad, you know. That's what it took on. Corey started against the Mexicans. Romario didn't play the game against Mexico. The subs that came on were Ewan Grandison, Owen Gordon, and Jermaine Teddy Johnson. Remember Jermaine Teddy Johnson came on? 90 plus 4. Yeah. He did. He came on. So that was that. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, quite a lot of memories. But yeah, more than willing to answer any of the questions that you guys have within the chat as well. Willing to answer, to test knowledge of things. Between 1995 and 2001, how many games did Jamaica go unbeaten at home? It's amazing, Mr. Galaxy, how Gareth McCleary keeps himself fit in his mid-30s, now late 30s, and he's still in good condition in League One. I think he could still play championship football, but he's still performing at a decent level. So yeah, that's what I have to say about things there. You know? But yes, everybody, hope you guys were able to get some nuggets of knowledge from these this evening, and you can meditate and think about things a little bit deeper, you know? Very close. Very, 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 very close. It's under 50. Yeah. Biggest game? In terms of profile, I'd say the Brazil game, 2003. The England game, 2006. The France game, 2014. In terms of profile. Close? Nah. Which one of them? Because one of them are right. So you have to choose one, Mr. Galaxy. Underrated? If he didn't have the injuries that he had, Giles Barnes possibly could have been a world-class football player. He still went on to have a decent career as a professional, you know. Played in the Premier League, played in the Championship, played in Major League Soccer, played for Jamaica, scored in Gold Cup quarterfinals and semifinals. So he had a good career from that sort of standpoint, you know. The correct answer is 49. Jamaica went 49 games unbeaten from 1995 to 2001. Jamaica's record was ended against Mexico, where Cuauhtemoc Blanco scored a brace as Mexico defeated Jamaica by 2-1 at the office. September 2, 2001, the day after England smashed 5 past Germany. Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard, Emile Heskey. He was a handful that game. Absolute handful. Giles Barnes. Very. Next question. Okay, no problem. All right, here's one. Who was the first reggae boy to play in the Champions League? The first reggae boy to play in the UEFA Champions League. He had moments for Jamaica. Who was the first reggae boy to play in the Champions League? Well done, Camadon. Well done. Nope, the first was Ryan Thompson. Very good, Mr. Porter. Very good. All right. Who is the only reggae boy to play in a CONCACAF Champions League final? Who is the only reggae boy to play in a CONCACAF Champions League final? I'll give you a hint, he wasn't born in Jamaica, but he did play in the 1998 squad. Yes. So, who was the first and is the only Jamaican to play, reggae boy to play in a CONCACAF Champions League final? Nope. Nope. This reggae boy was a member of Jamaica's squad in 1998. No, Dion Burton didn't play in the United States, so... Brilliant, Rob Smith. That's right. Andy the Bomber Williams played for Real Salt Lake in the final of the 2010-2011 season of the CONCACAF Champions League. Real Salt Lake finished second that season. So close from a spot in the FIFA Club World Cup. So close. All right, one more question before we wrap up the video for today. One more question. Positive thinking. I know many people are looking at BM's comment and are wondering to themselves, yeah, he was born in Canada, that's right. Many people are wondering what is Jamaica's biggest loss in football. Like I said, we're here to talk positivity, but so people are aware, it was 9-0 against Costa Rica in 1999. So, you did. Good job. Good job, Rob Q. Very good, very good. Sorry about that. Okay. One more question for the night. You guys ready? Okay. All right. Yeah, I think he was probably 8 or 10 when he left Canada. I have to double check with him. Something like that. Okay. Yep. I'm just thinking of another question in my head, but Mr. Galaxy, yeah, you're right. But we're here to talk positive things. Are you guys ready? Who did Jamaica win their last penalty shootout against? The last time Jamaica competed in a penalty shootout at the senior level, who did they beat? The last time Jamaica played in a penalty shootout, who did they beat? Jamaica are unbeaten from penalty shootouts since 2007. Jamaica are unbeaten in penalty shootouts since 2007. Ding, ding, ding. You are correct. French Guiana. That's the last team that Jamaica has defeated in a penalty shootout. It was against French Guiana semi-finals of the Caribbean Cup 2017. Before that, it was Guadeloupe in the 2010 Caribbean Cup final. Well, actually, sandwiched in between that, it was against Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean Cup of 2014. So, 2017 against French Guiana, 2014 against Trinidad and Tobago, 2010 against Guadeloupe. And before that, Jamaica defeated China in the Lunar New Year Cup final in 2007. You guys get the point? Yeah, you guys get the drift. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll do this quiz more often to test your knowledge. How does that sound? That sounds good? All right, we're going to do this more often. Okay, guys? Thank you for tuning into this video. I'm grateful that you guys were able to get some knowledge and get some information from this video. Be positive. Continue to be positive, and great things are on the horizon. Okay, guys? Speak soon. This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboy's Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing and nutritious. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
Skin clean and nice and ting and ting. I'm Tiffany Cannon, Reggae Girl Striker, and you are watching the Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, Reggae Boys Commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boys Commentary, like, share, and subscribe.
Reggae Boys Commentary. Subscribe, like, and share.
Hi, I'm Chris Binney, and I'm Jamaica's #1 squash player and 9-time Caribbean champion. And you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button below.